I'm a victim for you about Jeffrey. Her name is, she's been there within about a year, less than a year. So you can call her on, just set an appointment to meet up with her. Um, yeah, she doesn't want you at the house, but she said that you can call her. Okay.
Investigators online later connected a series of voicemail recordings from Jeffrey Epstein's office to claims involving someone attempting to reveal an alleged link between him and Ellen DeGeneres. After comparing call timestamps with Epstein's email activity, some internet researchers speculated the person may have been Anne Heche, Ellen's former partner. Anne's death came only months after Ellen ended her talk show in 2022 and stepped away from Hollywood.
That's some sort of sign, but yes. So basically, the activity that we were looking for, that anxious or that quick moving, that was going on the other side of the vehicle. Oh my gosh, he's completely alive.
What the hell?
Online conspiracy theories have gone even further, with some people claiming that emails connected to Jeffrey Epstein and past remarks from Ellen DeGeneres point toward disturbing allegations. One extreme rumor circulating online falsely suggested involvement in horrifying activities, including bizarre claims tied to cannibalism. Supporters of these theories also speculate that Anne Heche was attempting to reveal hidden information before her death. However, none of these accusations have been supported by verified evidence.
The Epstein files reveal Ellen DeGeneres as, and I'm quoting this directly from the posts, Hollywood's most prolific, that she consumed human flesh. Ellen DeGeneres is named in the Epstein documents, and that part is real. Her name appears in the broader index of over 300 high-profile individuals that show up across the investigative materials. Flight logs, communications, third-party interviews, peripheral records.
And so if I do, I don't want it to go to waste. Who will eat pizza if I... Jennifer? Yes? Harrison? Yes? Yes? All right. Too large? What do you think? I'm going to order some...
For years, online theories have claimed that hidden groups in Hollywood used coded language in private communications. Supporters of these theories often point to emails connected to Jeffrey Epstein and his associates, arguing that unusual food-related terms like pizza, ice cream, or sushi were being used symbolically rather than literally. Some internet investigators say the wording and context of certain messages appeared strange or unclear. However, no official investigation has confirmed that these phrases were evidence of criminal activity, and many of the claims remain unverified speculation discussed online.
They're not talking about real jerky here. We know that. It's code for something.
Right.
And when you go through some of the other emails that talk about how to refrigerate it, where to store it, how many pounds it is, and things like that, your brain goes to some of that Peter Nygaard type world type things.
Absolutely. Now, I've seen these, and I have access to the the index emails as well. It's and I try to go through them when time allows. But yeah, I would guess, if I were a betting man, that they're not talking about actual beef jerky. Not known to be an island treat. I mean, people eat a lot of fish down on the islands, and I'm sure other stuff too. But I mean, to me, this is code for something more than fair.
There are code words that suggest Jeffrey Epstein and his associates could maybe even be engaging in some sort of consumption. Is that human consumption? Are there code words? There's a lot of talk of beef jerky. There's a restaurant called The Cannibal where the owner is listed in some of these documents. Now, that isn't a restaurant that is just proclaiming to serve human meat by any means. But some of this just, it seems that there's a lot of conspiracies that make you wonder. And I saw more emails about torture, and these coded conversations still have a very clear topic. That torture was big. It was a big driver for them. And these were sick people doing very, very sick things.
According to multiple accounts, stem cell harvesting from human beings may have taken place as well. Reliable journalists, including Chris Hansen, known for over 10 years of predator exposure, have reported findings that match the information in the Epstein documents. On his private island, Epstein supposedly operated a lab where he funded research using stem cells obtained from his own kids. Unverified sources claim that certain women were made pregnant, and then stem cells were extracted from the unborn children.
Recently released emails from the Epstein files show Jeffrey Epstein was interested in genetic medicine. He paid a researcher at Massachusetts General Hospital for tests that could be used to help create stem cells. Investigators found a $2,000 invoice from 2014 for sequencing part of Epstein's genome. The doctor that he paid also provided an estimate for personalized longevity studies that would use gene editing. He told investigators Epstein was enrolled in the Personal Genome Project at Harvard University.
He was a billionaire freakazoid.
Yes.
And part of his deal, he's in prison in jail up in Canada, waiting, charges all over the globe. But his deal was that he would allegedly impregnate young women in the Bahamas, where he had a huge home, and then have them get aborted and harvest their stem cells of the fetuses to inject in himself as the fountain of youth. And this, we get into this in that documentary. And I mean, was Epstein involved in that sort of activity? I don't know.
That's where, and again, we just have to look at what we have and know what we don't yet.
Yeah.
But it's a question.
Yeah.
When you look at the
it's
context of the jerky
question.
stuff.
Yeah. And when you look at what other billionaire guys have done.
Alex Jones broke down the entire alleged process in detail.
Half you're not going to get organ rejection. That's what Epstein was actually one of his main businesses, along with Peter Nygaard. Oh yeah, it's much worse than just 14-year-old, 15-year-old girls. They want you to just stay in that area and never get down the rabbit hole. That's the entrance to the rabbit hole. Is 14, 15-year-old girls. No. Down in the rabbit hole. Down in the rabbit hole is women getting pregnant with the man's own body, so it doesn't get genetically rejected. Central African women, because they have dominant genes, and the stem cells are about 100 times better. Just a fact for health effects. And then the woman has an abortion at 8 months. They suck the baby dry of its bone marrow, its blood, and in multiple transfusions, put it into the rich old men and rich old women. And that's what Peter Nygaard, that's public, by the way, and not public, Epstein did, though it's leaked. He was into cloning and hundreds of babies of his own and underground medical facilities at Zorro Ranch, and all these medical chairs, all this. Oh, yeah, that's what.
Turning to Hollywood. Which celebrity openly promoted using human stem cells to fight aging? That's right, Ellen. She allegedly made little effort to conceal her role in the disturbing practices now coming to light. During a segment with Sandra Bullock, the two openly talked about taking adrenochrome extracts and joked about the youth-preserving effects.
Talk about this facial that you're obsessed with. That how many did you get the whole cast of Ocean's 8 to do
Not
this?
everybody.
Okay, good, smart ones.
Just those that I thought would appreciate it.
Okay, explain what it is.
Well, it's this way in which one forces through microneedling. It's like a little roller with these. Some of you, I think many of you know it. And it pushes through the skin and ruptures the collagen, and then boosts it. You look like a burn victim for a day, but then it pushes.
What are you pushing into the skin, Sarah? Sandra?
Sarah?
Perry? What are you pushing into the skin?
Well, you push in whatever the facialist would like to insert into your pores.
But what is it?
It is an extraction from a piece of skin that came from a young person far, far away, and they somehow figured out how to extract.
It's foreskin from a Korean.
Years, people have linked Ellen to Epstein. When the Justice Department first shared island photos, many spotted a temple there that perfectly matched one from Ellen's TV set. Strangely, Hollywood often seems to parade its darkest secrets right in front of the public.
Know that Ellen DeGeneres' stage set is exactly the same as on Epstein Island, with all the couches, the same colour, the same soft furnishings, palm trees, window, everything to the T. And I'm like,
really?
Yep.
Wow.
Oh.
Hey, we're getting some up now.
Getting some up now on our screen?
Yeah, there's palm trees. You're right.
But look at the backdrop behind her, striped building.
No, Emma, there's
palm
nothing
trees.
to see here.
Don't berate her.
I'm not berating, I'm just saying.
I'm going to look.
Jay-Z and Ellen have both recently worn crown and skeleton imagery from Jean-Michel Basquiat's work, sparking widespread discussion. Certain researchers believe those symbols hint at the elite's hidden occult ties. Some go further, alleging the exact designs appear in disturbing files recovered from Epstein's computer, files said to connect prominent politicians to ritualistic acts.
Will be their downfall. Or is it just art? And let me be the first to tell you, it's all connected. I mean, if you know, you know. But first, let's go back to that video of Ellen DeGeneres. When the camera turns, you can see the inside of her house. Now, see that picture right there? Well, if you pause it and look it up, it says evil thoughts with revenge right next to it. Here's another picture of Ellen in her house, and this is the picture behind her. Now, the thing I'm curious about is the letters on top of the picture. These look oddly similar to the letters Marina Abramovich writes out when she does spirit cooking. Remember the beginning of the video? It's all connected. And that person that was in all red is Lady Gaga, and she went to Marina Abramovich many times for teaching. But let's continue. This is another picture of Ellen in her home. She's cutting her mother's hair, but what is that picture above her?
Is confirmed that Epstein partnered with Hollywood celebrities. Court files from the Ghislaine Maxwell case, released just before Ellen announced ending her show, claim Epstein struck deals with 25 famous figures to win them over. Their role? Polish his reputation and link him to young industry talent. Critics point to Ellen as one of them, noting she shut down her show and disappeared right as Maxwell's deposition started, a major warning sign in their eyes.
According to a newly filed court document, Ghislaine Maxwell, the former associate of Jeffrey Epstein, she was convicted of trafficking money, sentenced to 20 years in prison. She claims that 25 men, maybe friends, associates of the deceased financier, have been protected under secret settlements, secret deals, and that this information was not revealed to her during her trial. This is on top of what she claims are 4 other individuals, alleged co-conspirators, who were never charged. Obviously, I have thoughts. Is she telling the truth, particularly given her past, in light of what she's trying to do now? If this is true, number one, wow. And who are these people? What is a secret settlement? Can we ever find out? Can the public ever find out? So I'm made of questions. I'm bringing on an expert right now to tackle.
Adding to the suspicion, 2 people who could have exposed Ellen both died around the time this alleged deal surfaced. The Ellen Show wrapped in May 2022. By the end of that year, Stephen Twitch Boss, her co-producer and claimed close friend of 8 years, along with her ex-girlfriend Anne Heche, had both passed away under highly questionable circumstances.
In 2002, the Ellen DeGeneres show was canceled, and then 2 months later, Anne Heche, Ellen's ex-girlfriend, was in a really bad car accident where she flew her Mini Cooper into someone's house and it caught fire. And what has never sat right with me is the cross comparison between the coroner's report and the actual aerial footage. The coroner's report says that she was unconscious until her death, just from smoke inhalation and from being brain dead from the fumes in her brain. But if you look at the footage, she sits straight up, and that takes a conscious effort, I feel, but I'm not a scientist. I'm not a doctor. But the other thing is her co-host Twitch, died 4 months after that. And I just think that that's a suspicious amount of close people around you dying in weird ways. But I don't know. Anyways, this is my driver. And I went to the Ellen Show once, and she gave me Magic Mike Live tickets. Anyways.
Before his death, Stephen Twitch Boss reportedly wrote a note saying his time on The Ellen Show had become an unbearable weight that pushed him to that tragic decision.
More tonight about the tragic side of Stephen Twitch Boss and the detailed steps he took to hide his plans. TMZ is reporting when Twitch left his home the day before he took an Uber to a motel about a mile away. At the motel, he switched his phone to airplane mode so no one could reach him. The motel manager says he checked in under his own name and never left his room. We also now know that Twitch left his note. Details have not been made public, but TMZ reports the note alluded to challenges Twitch had faced in the past. Entertainer Tyler Perry knows firsthand what that is like.
Take you back to a time in my life where I tried to convince a couple of times. Because it was so dark. The only way to make this better, this pain go away, is stay in my life. Had any of those attempts happened, I would have missed the best part of my life.
Ellen's timing for leaving the country also looks suspicious. In 2024, the Department of Justice announced they'd finished reviewing the Epstein files and planned to release a full client list, along with all his emails and court documents. Just 3 months later, Ellen said she was permanently moving from the U.S. to the U.K.
DeGeneres and her wife, Portia de Rossi, have reportedly fled the U.S. bound for the U.K. after Donald Trump's landslide victory. Numerous publications are reporting the couple have left the United States permanently. There are also reports the couple have put their Montecito mansion on the market. Entertainment publication The Wrap has the exclusive story and said Ellen DeGeneres and wife Portia de Rossi have moved to rural England, put their Montecito estate on the market, and plan to never return to the United States, telling friends the election of Donald Trump was their primary motivation. Ellen DeGeneres has been a vocal Trump critic, so the move doesn't come as a surprise to most.
They're losing their minds.
She sounded so sincere, didn't she?
Very sincere.
Virtually choke on her words. But the best one for me is Ellen DeGeneres, who is, by the way, a very nasty person. I've had dealings with her in Australia.
Oh,
could I tell you some stories about that cow? But anyway, good riddance to her. But she was quite friendly with that P. Diddy bloke, wasn't she?
Well, this is why I say release the Diddy files.
Yeah.
Release the Diddy files. Come on, Donald Trump. We want to know whose name.
So maybe she's hightailing out of there before all that is thrown at her as well. But what a bunch of